Chapter 11, Ding Dong Ditcher. I'm doing the cast later. Oh, 8 months later. I was playing on my iPod when suddenly the door burst. What shit? The door burst in to reveal Toby, Ben, and Annie. Guys! I gave the three of them a big hug. That's my little sister, he said, and nudged me on the head. Is Andy and Brianna here? I asked, as yes, and Annie and Ben. What? Oh my god. And Annie and Ben are married and have twins named Annie and Brianna. Okay. Blue, you cannot kill them by your squealing, Ben joked. You're such a meanie, I said in my baby voice and pretended to be hurt. Hey, I was joking, he says. He handed me Andy. Andy is so cute. 30 minutes of the souls later. You're so funny. I squealed. I now know who my favorite niece is. Blue, you haven't even seen Brianna yet. And he laughed. Good point, Annie handed me Brianna. Hold on a sec. I both gave them both. Both of them are so damn cute, I said as I teleport uncontrollably. I'm gonna stop her. Toby says he ran around the house trying to stop me from teleporting. The twins are asleep. I'm gonna put them upstairs. I'm so... I don't even know. Man. I'm gonna go take a bath. Annie says he went upstairs. Ben closed the door, but someone rang the bell. I'm gonna go take a bath. Toby says he went upstairs. I opened the door and found no one. I closed the door and I went back to playing with my iPod. The doorbell rang again. I put down my iPad and threw open the door. I closed it again and waited. The doorbell opened again. I growled and through the door with my telekinesis and pulled out my flaming sword. Oh, you have that now, do you? Who the hell is Ding Dong ditching this place? I yelled. Jordan the killer's pav. I rang the doorbell of the mansion and ran back to the bush. I then heard a growl as the door threw open to reveal a girl with blue hair, red eyes, and was wearing a black t-shirt and skinny jeans. She looked cute. She drew out a flaming sword and growled. Who the hell is Ding Dong ditching this place? A shiver ran down my spine. Show yourself, she yelled. A hand then grabbed me by the neck and pulled me towards the girl. She pulled the sword against my throat and said sternly, Who are you? I'm Jordan the killer. I stuttered. Her blood-red eyes were staring deeply into my soul as if she was going to say go to hell. I gulped. Blue, lunch is ready. Someone yelled inside. Coming, she said in a sweet voice and let me go. The sword disappeared from air. She grabbed me by my t-shirt close to her face and said, Never do that again. And she let go, or else you will be legitimately dead. She said sweetly and skipped into the house and closing the door behind her. I went back to the bushes and saw Laughing Jack and Grossman staring at me. I demand that Slime Beast get working on Grossman right now. I know he does those Mega Man Spice things. I thought you said you weren't afraid of Ding Dong ditching that place. LJ yelled. That was idiotic, dude, the girl said. I know, it's just that blue chick scared the living hell out of me, I explained. We went back to our house and entered my room. I sat on my bed and sighed. Who was she, anyways? Well, she was your love interest, you fucking retard. 1 second. Du hast mich. Blue's pav. Off the bed. Off the bed. Get off the bed. Oh. Get off the bed. I'm talking to my cat. Blue, remember how you defeated Zolgo 10 moths ago? Sunny saxed. Yeah, why? I asked. Well, we haven't exactly celebrated, so Picamina tied up our party for you tonight. He explained. Cool, what, where? Max, just something a little formal and a little partisan, he said. Partisan, what? Okay, I said as I skipped to my room. I looked at the clock and it was 6:07 p.m. I took out an invitation and it said, "Hey, you're invited to Elsie's partyversary because she killed the evil Zolgo. Plays Creepypasta event Imagine. Time 7:30 p.m. sharp. Attire something party-ish. See you there, Picamina." I laughed and how desperate she wants others to come. I opened my closet with my telekinesis and looked for something perfect to wear. I found my black shoulder top with my blue denim shorts. I put it on and placed my black golden spiked bracelet on both my hands and the matching necklace. I looked at the time. It was 7:22 p.m. Wow, time goes fast. I fucking beg to differ. Ow. I muttered and went downstairs and was greeted by Ben, Jeff, Jack, and Toby. Jeff was wearing a hoodie, but it was clean and spotless. Jack was wearing a black t-shirt with some jeans, and his shoes. Ben was wearing his green Nintendo t-shirt and his pants and rubber shoes, while Toby wore a dark blue hoodie and and jeans and shoes, whatever. Hey, Blue, I said. Eee, I said and imitated Toby's actions. When he said that, Toby folded his arms above his chest and glared at me. Yeah. We were the Creepypasta. We are the Creepypasta siblings here to say we're the awesomest fam. There's a song. Oh my god. Why any of this? I remember. It's amazing how far I went from being enthusiastic. I just want this to end. We are the Creepypasta siblings here to say that we're the awesomest family among them all. Those who we want without going to jail. We kill those we want without going to jail. We can stab who we want without being killed. I sang rap, but then Jeff put it in. And, none of this rhymes. Not even close to rhyming. I'm Jeff the Killer, and I'm here to say that me face will never go away. Me catchphrase is go to sleep. So, do go to sleep. He said, and then Jack butted in on Jack. Eyeless Jack is my name, and stealing kidneys is my game. I'll steal kidneys without letting you know, and so you can go on your room and murder you to death. But I'll leave your kidneys alone and eat it. And then Kay and I sang, not rap. We're the Creepypasta sisters. We're going to kill you without a demand. I'll beat you with my death with my knife. I'll beat you to death with my knife. Oh god. I think my nose is bleeding. Sword powers. Okay, that's enough singing. We need to get to the party. Denny said. Oh, we all said. Minutes later, we arrived at the Creepypasta event match. Don't you live there? We arrived at the Creepypasta event mansion the same time LJ and Grossman did. LJ, nice to see you. I wanted to see you. My pedophile joke, that's what I was going for. As he high-fives the clowns. So, this is the kid who defeated Zolgo? Want some candy? He said as he pulled out some candy from his pocket. I took the light blue one, but he slapped it from my hand. Did I say you could get that? Do you want to get burned and thundered alive? I threatened. He stayed silent. Good boy, I said as I ate the mint candy. Jordan Co. E here. You're so damn slow. Well, I forgot the voice I gave Gross Man. Gross said with a boy with shaggy brown hair, big smile, green eyes, a white shirt with black leather and some jeans. You! He yelled. You! I yelled as we looked at each other eye to eye. Chapter 12. Let's get this party started. Bliz's pov. Me and Jordan glared at each other eye to eye. You know each other? Ben said. Yeah, this is the jerk who's ding-dong ditching our house. I said, Stop this tomfoolery and let's go inside. Sunny said, Sure, I said sweetly. As we entered, Pinkamena hugged my eyeballs out. Pinky, I can't breathe, I said as she let me go. Come on, let's get this party started. Now, this is a party, Gross said as Annie stepped out to the DJ booth and said, let's burn the roof off of this place, she yelled. I see what you did there. I laughed as my family laughed with me. I want you to die. Just throwing it out there. I want you to die. Painfully. I went into a huge crowd getting congratulated every second. The music started booming and others started dancing. While dancing, someone pulled me aside. Blue! Jaden, aka Hatred Truth, another OC of mine. Jaden! We were both friends when my parents were still alive. I can't believe you killed Zolgo. She cheered. I don't even know myself, I said. Neither the fuck do I. Time skippity. Everyone except Annie? Except Annie, Ben, Gross, Jeff, LG, EG, and Jordan. Everyone left. Excuse me, I missed that word. I'm so bored, I groaned. Let's drink! Let's drink! Jeff cheered. Wait, what? Me and Jordan yelled in unison. The others approved as they poured everyone a glass of beer. I'm out, I said as I flew out of the mansion. Okay. I'm out, I said as I flew out of the mansion. Ugh, those guys are fagging fags. I sat down at the lake. Go fuck yourself, DJ Creepy, you piece of shit. I sat down at the lake. Hey, Jordan said. Hey, I smiled. What's up? Those guys already drank 8 glasses, he said. Wow, I said, surprised. Jordan sat down beside me. What are you doing? I asked. Chilling, he said. I smirked and used my telekinesis to push him into the lake. Ah! Algia is attacking me! Me! He yelled. I laughed and pulled him up. Are you okay? I asked, still laughing. No, he said as I used my water powers to clean him up and my wind powers to dry him off. Thanks, he said. No problem, I replied. I'm sorry for pissing you off this morning, he said. We're cool, I smiled. Let me see, where is anyone? Let's see. Any comments about the whole fagging fag thing? Nope. No one. You old seed eater, don't It's always amazing to me, it really is, that these people can read legitimately well-written stories, and I don't even know if it's a matter of reading them. They hear about them, they see the fan art, and then they want to be part of the community, or that kind of forms around the stories. But it seems like most of them don't even fucking read. Because if you read some of those stories, that actually had a layer of effort, where they weren't trying to become a fucking meme, you would know that this shit isn't what they would want. They wouldn't want their characters to be glorified and just be all the stupid ass motherfucker. Blue, chapter 13, I think. What was it? UOC, dear. Yeah. Blues Puff 3 weeks later. I'm so bored, I whined while Jeff was trying to beat Ben's high score and insert randomized game here. You have no right to try to be self-aware, because you suck at everything else. Excuse me. Go do something and get over it. I'm trying to beat Ben's high score here, Jeff yelled. I frickin' hate you, I said. I ran down the house like a mad dog. Blue, what are you? He trailed off seeing me. Dancing with the robot with his mask on. What the fuck? What are you doing? He asked again. Oh, that was Jeff? Oh, you want me to sharpen your knife? Okay. I yelled and teleported away. E.G., I annoyed while poking him. We're going to Abandoned by Disney. I hate you so goddamn much. Sunny yelled, making me yell very, very loud. Oh, great old Mickey is here. Hoorah! Jeff said, unamused. Well, we're going to see Abandoned by Disney. I want to hurt you. I want to just put my hands around your neck and just twist until... I'm talking about the character, I'm not talking about the person who wrote this. This just sucks so bad. And it teleported all of us to Abandoned by Disney and split up. I was walking around when some random Mickey Mouse bloodified mascot came in front of me. Hey there, little child, he said in a creepy voice. Want to see my blood? Screw you, I said, and I kicked him in the place where no man should be hit. He fell to the ground crying while I walked past him. I've been around for 10 minutes seeing all cool rides and all this stuff. You know, there was a time when Slime Beast, among the circle that I associate with, the Bad Creepypasta crew, he was considered one of the lesser quality entrants when it came to Bad Creepypasta. And as time went on and we had a chance to really kind of rehabilitate our opinions of the guy, we realized the guy's not a bad author, and a lot of the stories he's written are actually quite good. It's just that we felt the community was giving a bit too much credit for stories of lesser quality. Abandoned by Disney is one of those stories where we felt that they got too much credit, but it was a story that was well written enough until the end, and that was really the worst thing you could really say about it. It was that the ending didn't sync up to how good the build-up to that ending was. So, to see you here, casually, just throwing it out as a mention, just as a lol, we kicked that scary thing in the nuts, it's not invincible. Go fuck yourself hard. Because, I'll be honest, my first creepypasta was absolute shit, but I did have some people who told me it was actually good. And those people, eventually, I'm confident they will come around and see that that first story was absolute shit. Because it was. You can go read it. I'll read it one day. I've read it before with Damien. But the thing is, if I had people like you reading that story, I don't care if you liked it or hated it, but I would never want someone like you being one of my fans. Because I think I deserve more than you, and Slime Beast deserves more than you as a fan. Because the man is just too talented to have anything to do with someone like you. I don't know why that made me so angry. I was walking around looking for Blue, but she hadn't. She's been gone for 1 hour already, and Sunny was getting very worried, so I volunteered to find her. Then I stumbled upon some Mickey Mouse bloody fight mascot laying on the floor. He stood up and said, "Hey, hey there, want to see my blood?" "Sorry, but I can't see." Troll face. Put on troll face. Hilarious. I said and pushed him aside, making him fall, and we walked past him. After walking, I saw a girl from a distance, blue-haired girl eating a chocolate bar, and then it hit me. "Blue!" I yelled, jumping up and waving my hands until she noticed me. She teleported next to me and said, "Hello, let's get back to the gang," I said, and we continued to walk around. Walk around when the ground started to shake. "What's happening?" Blue yelled as the ground cracked and shoved us to the earth, separating us. "I am the greatest wrestler in all the earth." I think that was what Macho Man said one time. I can't find a clip of that. If someone knows what that was, show it to me, please. "E.G., where are you?" she yelled again. "Try teleporting," I yelled to the gravel. "It won't work. Stupid abandoned by Disney is sorcery/magic proof," she yelled. "Well, we're screwed," I said. "Yeah, thanks, Captain Urvius," I yelled. "I got an idea," I yelled and brought out my phone. IG. Italics is Laughing Jack, bold is Seed Eater, normal is thinking. Whatever. AG, what do you need? Me and my sister are trapped in the earth. Mine helping us out. What's in it for me? You still owe me, remember? Oops. Oh, yeah. Anyways, who are you? Abandoned by... Oh, sorry. Oh, wait, okay. E.G., what do you need? Okay, whatever. Abandoned by... Where are you? Abandoned by Disney. Dude, I hate that place. You're gonna have to pay me double. Ugh, fine. And... Who in the name of the cheesecake did you call? Blue yelled, sounding slightly annoyed. Seed Eater, I said and waited. Seed Eater's Pav. As I ran to Abandoned by Disney to get Jack and his sister, upon going through the core of the place I saw a Mickey Mouse bloodified mascot. Hey there, boy, wanna see my blood? He laughed wickedly. I grabbed him by the neck, choking him. Where are they? I said between gritted teeth. Why should I tell you? He asked, and I tightened my grip, making him guess for him even more. They went that way, he pointed at the direction. I let him go and ran to see the crack floor, but inside two cracks was a girl with blue hair and E.G. E.G., hey, dude. E.G. said, You're still paying me, he said as I helped him out of the ditch. Oh, and by the way, me and my sister got separated. You have to go get her too, he said with a slight chuckle. You're paying me triple, I growled, and I helped the girl up. Thanks, he said. I will continue to walk up and stumble upon that stupid mascot again. Hey, wanna see my... she said. Just shut the freaking heck up. Blue cut him off and kicked him in the nuts. By the way, AJ, what did you owe Seed? He said. Well, we were in high school. We played spin the bottle, but it landed on him and he ran away. He explained, and E.G. let out a chuckle. Blue, run now! E.G. yelled. Why? I opened the question. She questioned as he threw her over his shoulder and ran for the hills. To the car! He yelled. Damn it, Jack! I yelled. I don't even fucking know. I don't even know what fucking's going on. I feel like how Jacob felt when he didn't want to come back and want to read the rest, because it's such bollocks. Edited from... okay, we skipped that. Chapter 13. Me time isn't the time, Blue. Blue's Pav. Okay, now tell me, how the frig do you see through that damn mask? I said out of AG, because the last time I seared his mask tripped and fell off the stairs. He stayed silent. No kidneys for you, then, I yelled. Discharge! E.G. yelled. Sava dig too, I replied and turned my back to him. Since when do you know Swedish? He asked. I shrugged my shoulders and walked away. Please, just throw in a PewDiePie reference. Let's complete the spectrum of shit. I'm expecting it at this point. I really am. Oh, sorry, Hudo. Sorry, Hudo. I shrugged my shoulders and walked away. Blue, come back here, E.G. yelled. I'm home alone with my family members that eat kidneys. What could go wrong? E.G. kept yelling at me to come back, but I put out my hand. Talk to the hand, I said as I slumped on the couch and my arms crossed. Movie time, I yelled as I used my telekinesis to bring down 7 pillows, a comforter, shiz loads of popcorn, pre-made like the ones in the packets, and some Mountain Dew. I placed the pillows on one end of my clothes and placed popcorn in a bowl. I opened the Mountain Dew and yeah, movie marathon set completed. I slumped down on the couch and with my head resting on the mountain of pillows, under a huge majestic blanket of popcorn in my hands. You know, it perplexes me. I'm sorry for going on these long tangents, but I just don't understand. I legitimately don't understand why you would even want to make characters you yourself, author, I'm talking to you, characters you find creepy or unnerving, or stories that you like, and do this to them. These are horror characters, and you want to domesticate them and make them less scary. There was an episode of Arthur. I distinctly remember that I didn't get it at the time, but then it makes this much sense because it seems like it's directly talking about people like you. And for those who don't know, there was an episode of Arthur, the original PBS show, where one character says a story that everyone's afraid of, and then and they won't talk to her, but she starts to pacify the story more and more until they still get comfortable, but it ruins her original story basically. And they do it because they can't handle it, and that's what I feel like this is when it comes to people like this guy and the Creepypasta community. People who want to pacify and just domesticate all these characters and all these stories because either they can't do as well or they don't have the imagination. I don't fucking know. This is so fucking stupid. Fuck this. This is doing the exact opposite of what the other story did for me. That story, I was in a horrible mood, and I was expecting to just rage at it throughout the entire thing. And that story actually managed to bring my spirits up. Really, I was actually feeling a little bit depressed, and that story helped me. Reading that story helped me. I'm not even joking about that. And this story is doing the exact opposite. I was in a great mood. I was ready to enjoy, like, kind of just ribbing on this story. And then time after time after time, it's the same bullshit over and over again. Blah. Slumped down on the couch where I had resting on the pillows. Huge majestic blanket. Telekinesis looked through the movies and the USB installed on the TV. Author's note, yeah, I have that. I don't give a flying fuck what you have. The Conjuring, no. Up, no. Avatar Last Airbender, no. Dead or Alive, no. Hunger Games Catching Fire, heck yeah. I started that movie at the exact time it started. Bam. The freaking door bursts open to see my entire family. Had Fugen, the movie was about to start. Stop the gratuitous sweetness, please. Jeez, Blue, Jeff said mockingly. When can a 6-year-old get some time? 16-year-old get some me time. You're 16. You just answered your own fucking question. I yelled. In a few minutes, because me and the others have a meeting a few minuets. Because me and the others had a meeting at the council. Slender pause. And I'm gonna see my foolish brothers. What's wrong with meeting Splendy, Trendy, and ooh, I trailed off not wanting to say offender man because I'm scared to death by that rapist brother of Slendy. Yes, him. It's not that I don't want to see me brothers. I just don't like offender. Yeah, this is, for those who don't know, there's Slenderman, Trenderman, Splenderman, and sexual offender man. Why don't you, brother? We turn our heads to see offender man. How'd you leave? I yell because I'm scared of that rapist. Is that what you were Is that what? What is it with you speaking Swedish all of a sudden? Ben argued. Shut up, I said as I hid behind E.G. Why are you behind me? E.G. asked. To get away from that freaking rapist of a brother of Slenderman. What do you expect? I yelled. Offender, what are you here? To pick up my dear brother, of course. Just go to your council and get the fuck out, please. I yelled and ran away back to the kitchen. Fine, let's go to the council. I sighed as I heard footsteps going out the door. I sighed in relief and went back to raging fire. Reading all this. These pauses are just me reading the comments, by the way. I don't bother reading them because it's all the same shit. Oh, this story is so great. It's so funny. Yeah. You know what? As soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna see how old this story really is, because I want to see if it's actual use. That, oh, I wrote this story years ago. Because Wattpad is not that old. Chapter 14. I don't even know what chapter I am. I am your nightmare. Is something gonna actually happen? Please, tell me. Is something actually gonna happen? Is this supposed to be bad? I'm now really home alone. All the pauses in the house are gone for the meeting. How's your spelling getting worse? For the meeting at the council, and all I'm really doing is watching and catching fire. Where the fridge is this sorcery? What the fridge is this sorcery? I yell, because weird monkeys were chasing Katniss and their carnivores. I have finished my... I should have known that you were weak. I looked outside and saw Annie nearly killing Nikki. Who the fuck... I should have known that you were weak. I said as I paused the game. I took the game... I took a chair and watched the battle. Oh, it's not my fault you were putting up those sexual things. Lizzie and I can't bear it. Nikki yelled as she was blocking Annie's guitar. I gulped and remembered that Annie, Nikki, and Lizzie, Jaden, and Mia were chatting on Facebook when Annie started saying sexual things in the chats. Author's note, true story. I'm trying to articulate my hatred towards you. Well, at least I love Ben. Well, at least I love Ben. Annie says she growls. She sliced Nikki's side. Fudge! I yelled and stopped the two from fighting with my telekinesis. I stepped outside and looked at Manny in the eye. Blue aura flashing in both of them. I pulled Annie's hair so she could face me. You dare hurt her? She said. She was being a bitch. She yelled in my face. I shrugged my shoulder, ignoring the pain from my hand. She was never cruel. She was never mean. She was never busy, and she never hurt anyone, I yelled, and paused for a second and looked at her priceless face. Do you think you fool people with your so-called kind thoughts, but you never actually changes the topic? But that never actually changes the topic. You send sexual stuff to me and others, and know that you guys are 20 years old above, and you never cared about me and Jaden's feelings. You're the one being inconsiderate and unmannerful. Is that a word? I don't give a shit. You don't care for anyone's feelings, and you care about anyone's but your feelings. And you call Nikki the bitch? She was quiet. Nikki, go clean your wound, I said, releasing Nikki. Fangs growling, blue hair turns black, and blood dripping from her eyes. Another demon has been created. At least I know how to love, she yelled. Do you truly know what love is? I said, feeling myself getting taller. Your hate towards me, it feels wonderful. I'm so sorry, Blue, but I'm your worst nightmare. Do you really know the true meaning of nightmare? Do you really know the true meaning of fear? Where do you think those nightmares hide from the precious night? What do you... What the fuck is this? What poses true fracture at night? Do you think you know true power? I will show you true terror. I took out the night blue purple sky. Fear will not take me. I am the nightmare. No one can ever hurt me. No one can ever destroy me. I laugh evilly as the flaming murderer fell to the ground. Released my power. You are a fool. You're a fool for doing this. And he's getting up from the ground. Her hair was blazing in flame, and her clothes transforming into a dress with nice metallic features. I laughed. Good, this will be for a wonderful battle. I laughed evilly and turned to face her. She threw fireballs at me. I blocked with my water attacks. I laughed evilly. You thought you could defeat me? Ah, fool! I yelled. I pushed her into the lake and held her by the neck as her life and flame were extinguished. I laughed madly as my nails started to get longer. Like I said before, I'm your worst nightmare. Okay, some of you are saying, who's Annie? Why did you kill Annie? Well, it's just for fun. I know Annie and Madeline 13 and I aren't friends, but I couldn't think of anyone else to be the villain. Plus, I love the Crystal of the Empire. Follow the Crystal Empire by Philly Silly. It's awesome, and I got the deer, so please don't hate it. It was for fun. Oh fuck! Even your shit commenters actually get OP as hell. And that was from someone called Jeffrey the Killer. Even he knows this is bad writing. I hate all these people. No, I'm almost done though. I love how the heel turn just came right the fuck out of nowhere too. Okay. Chapter 15, I think. Dedicated to Nightmare Moon from My Little Pony. You see how you're alive right now? Do the opposite of that. Age of Nightmares. Play Sweet Dreams bass guitar version over the media. What are you talking about? Is English not your first language? I will give you some leeway if that's the case. If it stops, then play it again. Also, the armor of Shadow Ladies are at the media play. I don't even fucking know. Are at the media too. Jeff's point of view. Counselor is boring. I'm sorry to intrude, but you have to see this Silver Who's Silver? Who are these people? You introduce characters, and you just expect me to know who they are. Like, who the fuck was Nikki last chapter? God. I don't even fucking know. My throat is sore from coming close to screaming. What's the problem, Silver? Slenny asks. Come with me, he said. We walked outside and saw a massive explosion coming from our house. The explosion was the color blue, and a menacing laughter came from it. Then a dark cloud started to spread everywhere. What's happening? Slenny asked. Blue! LG yelled. Me, Sally, Ben, Maskey, AJ, Hoodie were teleported home by Slendy, and we looked around. Trees were dead, animals that was dead. Greystones were everywhere, and the area was flooded with blue smoke. What the... Ben said, confused. Red Eyes looked at us. The smoke was covering the area so we couldn't see much. Laughter was being heard. It looked like a lake, and now covered in smoke, and saw Annie extinguished and was dead. We heard growls of wolves from the distance, and red glowing eyes come closer to reveal Blue! Blue! E.G. was cut off by yelling, Silence! I'm not your Blue anymore. My name is Madam Nightmare, and you shall bow to me. She yelled as she placed the blade of scythe on E.G.'s neck. What happened to you? This slanty question. Blue, I mean Madam Nightmare. It's so quirky that the author just changed up and just added to the narrative. And raven black hair, darker eyes, and black long sleeve dress. That's short. And how long is this video? Let me check. And is it still even fucking recording? I will be very upset if it's not. It is still recording. Hooray! Ugh. I have indigestion. I have indigestion from reading this story. I mean, Madam Nightmare had raven black hair, darker eyes, black long sleeve dress, shorts. I'm skipping this. She laughed manically once more. Come, my bloodthirst army, feed on the nightmares of souls. She yells. A pack of black wolves, red fangs, and purple smoke was coming from her eyes. Bring them to the dungeon, Miss Nightmare said once more as women dressed up in purple armor, holding out swords like shadows. That look like shadows. Do we do this the easy way or the hard way? She said, making shivers down my spine. She smirked. Very well, take them to my dungeon, she said. Wait, we don't have a dungeon in our mansion, Slender yelled. Correction, it's my mansion. She growled. She pointed her sight to the mansion. The shadow ladies chained us together and dragged us into the house. Whoa, outside looks the same, but inside looked like a castle. The living room was bigger than before, with black, purple walls, marble flooring, and it led directly to a throne. Shadow ladies, blah. Excuse me. I gulped. We were chained to the walls. Blah, we locked up alone. Miss Nightmare's paw. My nightmares are spreading across the country. I laughed manically as I sat on my throne. Madam Nightmare, someone is in the perimeter. You know, no joke, I was actually kind of wondering where this character was. And I was saying, well, at least he wasn't here, and here he is. Midnight, at my head, Shadow Lady said, looking at her laptop. Who dares enter my domain? I growled as I took my scythe and went outside to see Lost Silver and Sonic.exe. How nice of you here, Sonic and Silver. Tell me, why must you enter the domains of Nightmare? I say as I point my blade of my scythe at them. Blue? Silver shivered. I said I'm not Blue, I'm Madam Nightmare, I growled. Silver, is this woman still babbling shit? Because I really need to get my game borrowed, Sonic said. I laughed manically. You two are perfect for my target practice. Now, Shadow Ladies, take them to my dungeon. Target practice? Combo breaker. Silver stuttered. Yes, my dear. As the Shadow Ladies take them away, the age of nightmares has begun. Whoa! Pure insanity. I love it. You know, later on in life, we found out that, and I don't know if it's necessarily true, I'm confident that it is somewhat true, that the, fucking My Immortal original fanfiction was actually done as a troll, and you can tell it was a troll in a lot of areas because, I don't know, you can just tell because the way that certain things are written seem too deliberate to have been done by accident, or someone who's, doesn't know how to write. Like the fact that your was used appropriately most of the time, which that is the most common mistake of stories like this. So it's weird. It really is weird. I don't get that same vibe from this, is what I'm saying. Madam Nightmare's paw. I laughed, walking down the spiral staircase to my dungeon. Hello, my dear creepypastas, I says once I got down. Stay away from us, Sally yelled. Oh, why would I said in mocking tones. I put my hand on my chest and burst out laughing. It's time to send you nightmares, I say. My first victim, E.G., I walked towards his cell and unlocked the gate. He was strapped to the wall and was just hanging there like a dead child. Oh wait, he was dead. Ha 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 ha. I laugh evilly as I put my spell on him. From behind his mask, I could see purple smoke coming out of those pathetic eye sockets of his. What did you do to him? Masky tell. Why would I tell you, Timothy? I could feel his anger when he tensed up when I said his real name. I laughed. Your hate is wonderful, Tim. It's just a shame that you people make me and my nightmares more powerful by feeding off your hate, I say as I shut Jack's show. Now, who wants to go next? I walked towards old Jeffrey Woods. Little old Jeffrey Woods. Well, that's one of the accurate descriptions based on what we were doing. Old man Jeff. I laughed as he growled. Let me go! You monster! He spat. I guess I put my hand over my chest pretending to be offended. Why, thank you, Jeffrey. Your hatred is wonderful. I finished off Slenderman and took over the others. They were sweating, yelling, and eyes raising purple. I laughed as I watched them suffer. Their old memories haunt them. E.G.'s puff. Nikki! No, Nikki, no, I couldn't save her. Author's note. If you guys read my Nikki the Killer book, this is the part where Nikki was nearly killed off by Ben, but there's a twist in this one. Ben, you were going to be sorry. I set Nikki's body lifeless to the ground. Black tears coming from her eye sockets. Why did this have to happen? I loved her. I will never get over her. Just point of view. Me family! Leo! They're using random tools to hurt me. Keith, Randy, and Tom, I forgot the name, were there, calling me names. My old self was there, also hurting me. The white just filled the room and it fitted to what looked like a bathroom. White filled the room and faded like, I saw myself, pitch black hair, leathery skin. I was sobbing with me knife in my hand. I don't remember this. I stood up and started cutting a smile on my face. The light flashed again and showed the time when I was beating Randy's group. No, not this memory. The past too hurts. The past hurts too much. Make it stop. That's something when even Jeff the Killer, I genuinely feel bad for the writer of Jeff the Killer right now that his work is being associated with this shit. Sally's paw. I was tucked in by Uncle Johnny. No, I won't put it cause... No, just no. Don't pretend like you have fucking standards, you sack of shit. No, make it stop. I don't want to see this anymore. Go fuck yourself. I'm talking to you, DJ Creepy. Go fuck yourself. Don't you dare pretend like you all of a sudden are a moderator of standards. I need to calm down. I normally don't get this angry. I'm sorry. I just need to keep going. It's almost done. I'm literally only 3 chapters away. I was walking alone aside, Blasky Puff. My hood was up because it was raining. I heard laughter and footsteps behind me. I didn't want to look back. My hand was grabbed and yanked back. I struggled to break free from a man's grip. Need some help there, buddy. And he punched me in the stomach. Why is this happening again? I thought this was good. So Masky's worth. So okay. Jeff's nightmare. The whole incident with him being burned alive, murdering people in a blind rage, and discovering his true psychotic behavior, his brother going to jail, all that. Sally's point of view, being molested and killed by her uncle. Masky's point of view, being punched in the gut. One of these things is not like the other. Caitlin, as the father pulled the trigger and shot my only best friend. Her father just laughed and threw a bottle of beer at her head, making her bleed. You monster! I blew a glass shard in his chest. I ran over to Caitlin and put her head on my lap. I'm sorry, Hoodie, I have to go to sleep now, she said as she closed her eyes and went lively. Why did this happen? I watched as my father drowned my older sister in the lake. and laughed manically. You two were horrible children. Now it's your time for you to go. He grabbed me by the neck and pulled me to the lake. I started crying, but he wouldn't stop. I started to run out of breath. I looked at my dead sister who was beside me. I left my final breath dead. Slender's paw of you. I was so young. I looked as my father ripped my mother's heart out. A fender man was laughing alongside my father while me, Tender, and Splendor cried for them to stop. So fucking stupid. I laughed eagerly as I saw my prisoners yell and cry, their nightmares repeat over and over again. What did you do to them? Silver stuttered. Nightmares, sweetheart, nightmares. I don't even remember the voice I did. My throat hurts. I say as I walk up the spiral stairs to my throne. Madam Nightmare number 7. Number 4 has reached max power. Midnight said. I smirked. Good. Call them back here and let the others feed on the fear and nightmares of this soul of this city. I say as I lean on my throne holding my scythe. The world will know my power will be enslaved, including the ones who were already killed. I let out an evil laugh as the thunder struck behind me, my last glass thrown behind my throne. Commander Shadow Nicky, it's a trading the nightmares? I asked my right-hand commander. Very well, Madam Nightmare. The nightmares are already sending terrible dreams to east part of the country. She explained. Good, I say. Insane, right? Excuse me. Let her go, chapter 15. Let her go in the media. No. No. Put that shitty passenger song. You're trying to make me hate you even more. You're doing it on purpose. I'm both flattered and enraged. Well, more enraged. Oh, God. I need help with these videos. I can't do this by myself. Almost done. And I want to clarify, there are longer stories than this. This is why I tackled this. This is the one I thought I could cover and be done with. Oh. I woke up in a cell attached to a wall. I looked at the other cells and saw others. I pulled the trash around and did everything I could to get the chain off. This is Laughing Jack's point of view. I smirked and pulled even more. I took out my scalpel from my pocket and started to pick the lock of the door. Once I woke the others from their trance. You okay? I asked. Yeah, Ben said he wiped the tears from streaming from his eyes. From his eyes. We have to stop Blue from destroying USA, Slender said. But how? She's too powerful. I paused and sighed. We're gonna have to kill her, I said with a sigh. No, but, Silver stuttered. I love her. You what? The entire gang, yeah. I love her more than a friend, he trailed off. I'm sorry, Lost. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, okay, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry, Lost, but we have to do it, Sally said, hugging Silver. Slender teleported us out of the mansion to see Blue on the roof, summoning the dead. Blue, please forgive us, Slender said as he teleported all of us behind her. We look at her insane body, laughing and twitching in the moonlight, sending nightmares to children and adults. Forgive us, I whispered as Jeff drew his knife in her chest. Blue let out a blood-curdling scream, probably heard until Germany, Tender, and all the others teleported to the house yard. Blue transformed into a regular cell. Blue, sickly blue hair, black shirt, black. I don't give a fuck. She dropped her sob, and bloody tears came out of her eyes. She fell to the roof, being caught by Dr. Smiley at the bottom. Was I really that insane? I nearly killed my own family. I looked at Smiley as she sat up down the hard cold ground, and then I looked at the lake and saw Annie dead. Third person. Have you ever been so angry that you actually felt like you were about to cry from being so angry? That's how I feel right now. Just looking on my phone, checking my email, because I just need to calm down for a second. Excuse me. Okay. You this, the Creepypasta family looked at the dying Blue. She wasn't just a sister to them, she was their best friend, the family, a loved one. She was the bitch who snapped for no particular reason just because one person was slightly rude on the internet and decided to kill her family. Fuck you. You suck at writing. I am talking to the writer here, whoever wrote this fucking thing. And I'm willing to wager that your newer stories aren't that much better. The people who were once new are bawling our eyes out. One by one, the shadows and wolves and shadow ladies disappeared into thin air. I also love how fucking easy it was to do all this. All they had to do was just stab her once. Apparently she's weaker when she was transformed into her superpowered self than she was being a regular Mary Sue OC self. She coughed up blood and groaned. I'm sorry, Blue. Jeff trailed. She coughed her blood and groaned. It's okay, Jeff. She gasped for air. You did this to save the others before I could kill them, she said. She looked at the others, blood streaming down her face, and smiled. Slender, you are the father I wished for. Take care of the others, she said. She looked at Slender Man who was holding his head. Masky and Hoodie, you were the best nanny when I was sick alone. Alone. I love you guys. She smiled at Hoodie and Masky, who were both crying. Jeff, you may have not a best brother or person, but I love you, dude. You saved the others and you saved me. You and Sally shouldn't fight anymore. Promise for me, okay? She looked at and smiled. And I was trying to keep a straight face and ended up crying. Whatever. Sally, you're like my little sister. I love you. I'm sure she'll be very receptive to your affection when you may forced her to go through a situation, where she was raped and killed. Sally was crying her eyes out. Ben, haha, you little douche. Keep on gaming. I love you. Ben was crying even harder. E.G. and Toby, you two were like the best big brothers a girl could have. I'm sorry I sent you nightmares. She called up more blood. No, I think Sally didn't mind being reminded of being raped and killed. I will always love you guys. She took a final breath and she closed her eyes and went lifeless. The stars twinkled as Blue faded into tiny specks glowing into bright stars. Die. Please die. But they knew what they had to do. They knew they had to let her go. Every one of you fucking cheat reading this. I'm already fucking crying. Go fuck yourself. You only ever once. Oh, another shitty song. I don't even know the song's shit, but if you like it, it must be that. I'm finally at the end. Epilogue, 1,000 years in the media. Epilogue, 4 years later. It's 4 years. E and O are nowhere near each other. 4 years later. It has been 4 years since Blue died. It has been hard for others, but they moved on. Ilism Jack has married Nikki. Blue watched Silver meet a girl named Sam in her ghost form. She was happy for lost her because she knew he could move on. Her once beautiful smile faded to emptiness and sorrow. Her once happy expression turned to frown. Her beautiful and graceful wells went to emptiness. She was happy inside. Blue hair, white dress was flowing in the wind. Sunset. She looked at Silver and Sam, her best friend, finally in peace, and was loving someone who truly loved him. Was loving a girl who truly loved him. Best friend, we haven't seen it till near the finale of this stupid story. That Silver and Sam was sitting on the beautiful glassy field of flowers. She set up a picnic, that's not how it's spelled, and lowered the destructive waves to a peaceful beach and calm waves. She watched Sam and looked confused at first, then happy. I will always protect you, always. Her last wishes were real. She looked and smiled at the entire Creepypasta family with a smile. She then turned to a beautiful bright star and went to heaven above. They had let her go, and they knew that it was for the best. The end. Fuck this story. And there's something called the sequel. There's one more chapter and it's talking about a sequel. I don't give a fuck. This story fucking sucked. Oh, she made a new story. It's called I'll Protect You. Well, I don't know what I won't be reading next. Oh my god. Where do I begin? You know, as much as I keep lobbing hate at the person who wrote this, and it's not completely fair for me to do so. It's not because they don't deserve it, because I will never say that. They definitely do. But it's more because it's not more because they're not the lone perpetrator of this shit and shit stories like this. I could find a dozen more stories that are exactly like this and are just as bad, if not worse. But those people have the decency to keep it like more brief and they don't. There's always the one thing that always baffles me about stories like this is that these people seem to be under the genuine impression that they are capable of writing shit like that. Like, they are capable of getting shit like this published. Because that's what Wattpad is. It's a place where people with delusions of grandeur come together and pretty much circle jerk each other for their non-existent artistic talent. This was absolute shite. And it says something when I actually genuinely got offended for the writer of Jeff the fucking Killer when this thing is associated with this story. As bad as those stories were that he kept piling on, they don't deserve this. Oh, let's see who the cast were. All the Creepypasta characters were played by their murderous selves. Bloodlust Army followers OCs as their selves, and Creepypasta Gal 14 as Blue. Fuck you off. Oh god. Oh, this has been the like I said, this has been the exact opposite of what I wanted it to be. I wanted this to be like, because the idea of Wattpad Wednesdays was supposed to be like so bad it's good stories, and this is just like I said, in terms of, because it says something, because the story I read before was so much more entertaining than this, because stuff happened. Like, it was someone who was trying to write these big, grand things and characterization. Like, even their characters, when, like, yeah, they're gonna pile onto this character and love her immediately. But at the very least, it took time to actually build up relationships. Silver comes right the fuck out of nowhere. Like, apparently he was the love interest from the very beginning, even though he was introduced near the fucking end. And he never interacted with her until the very end. Oh my god. I need a I need a Tylenol. I need an aspirin. I might even need a fucking colonic. This is shit. Stories and description. Read it or don't. I don't care. Goodbye.